Okay, guys, we are back at it with the most active stocks on the market. These stocks are high volume and these stocks are highly volatile. We see lots of things having these pullbacks today, but still holding up beautifully strong on all of these top five we're about to talk about right now. The top on our list being SVMH, going to a massive discount. Let's talk about these wrecked penny stocks. And for anybody who is sitting in the bankability classroom now, I'll go ahead and share my screen with you so you'll be able to follow along with everything that is going on. And anybody can join me in my 24/7 live trading classroom where we doing this all day, every single day. Y'all know how that go. Let's get right into it with SVMH being a wrecked penny stock down this list is going to get picked up by the penny stock traders. Why wouldn't they be loading this up right now, you ask, especially being at the top of the list, having about 400 million in volume? Well, if you go ahead and see the overall market conditions, it's been a choppy one. We just now got more advances to come in. They've been selling things off the entirety of the time since the markets have been open. And it's super choppy down here. In fact, I was watching my calls and stuff like that doing bounces, quick spikes. I don't, those spikes that make you nervous. Now we see these things coming in for a reversal up here, starting to get bullish, with about 3,000 advancers coming in and about 2,800 decliners. Looking to see if the markets do hold up with more bullishness incoming. This will be very good. If I show you closer on SVMH in greater detail today, you'll be able to see how on your analysis order flow, you don't have any extra largest, mediums coming in. In fact, we can go see this over on Moomoo, because as you know, Moomoo is much more up to date and accurate with their information on time. This is updated by the minute, with extra largest going out, largest going out, mediums going out, and smalls going out. We'll be looking towards the after hours in this stock, this SVMH, down here towards these penny stock ranges that has been getting attacked by short sellers. This spike that you've seen come in here earlier on was a round of short covering from those short sellers. These short sellers have been pushing this down all the way from the highs of $10. A big move can come in. They got resistance here at 11 cents. And notice, once they get past those 3 cents, once they get past 3 cents, it's already getting ready to take off. Once they get past 6 cents, they got a gap to fill towards 6. Once they get past that 6 cents, they should already have enough bullishness coming in to greatly go past that 11-cent resistance and then overtake all of that if people do continue to hold. Bullish divergence getting ready to be made on your monthly. Bullish divergence coming in on your weeklies and your dailies. Catch this on time, and you want to be in at the bottom before it gaps up towards that 6 cents. Closer in about SVMH, for those of you who don't know what this one is, this is a Cayman Island-based holdings company. The company that was a subsidiary, Subaru Motors, is engaged in providing e-motorbikes in India. Okay, somebody the other day was telling me about the Cayman Island type stocks, and what they were telling me is that these Cayman Island stocks are all scams and all fake and stuff like that. And you look at this, for those of you who don't know, I believe that HOLO, why I stopped talking about hollow. This is when they enlightened me about these being wrecked, manipulated, what they told me specifically Cayman Island stocks. And they made that just sound so bad. And then, of course, we see hollow only going down to more of a sell off. And we see things that are in those Cayman Island fields still going down to a big sell off as well. So now it's time to start watching out for those type of things. So you see things saying Cayman Island. And notice how this did come up for a spike up to 7 cents. Exactly where that 6-7 cent resistance is. You fill up that gap. Next, you got HTOO. Coming in for hot spikes early on today, you got HTOO that exploded from the after hours into the pre-market up to the highs of 80 cents. They sold this all the way back off into the opening session where it would touch down towards its most low and oversold position, making bullish divergence in the opening that we get confident enough to buy this back up from the lows of where it started at 30-something cents back up to about 80 cents. 76 cents to be exact. Currently right now at 57 cents. That's still up about 81, almost 82%. With an average volume of 667,000, the current volume is getting up to 207 million. They have a free float of 15.18 million on HTOO. This one here is still down at a discount and has a lot more room to grow for those longer term investors and longer swing traders on their weekly trading time frames looking to see this thing go back up towards those dollars. They have to get to $1 or they get kicked off the market. They won't let that happen. This is a provider of full service energy engineering and advisory solutions. I'll open up their website so we can take a quick peek at that, and we'll go look into the Bankability Discord looking into HTOO. And we'll be able to see Easy early alerts going out for HTOO, not only today, but also in previous days. Just yesterday, where I was letting you know, HTOO will be for the early bird special. Here on HTOO right now, touching up towards these highs, like it's not at $1, but it's touching up towards these highs right now. This is up 82%. Like towards the end of the day, you probably still got a lot of people in here, day traders who bought up today that are going to be looking to lock in gains. They just couldn't believe it came in for that dip, and they fighting the greed right now and all that stuff like that. They didn't set stop losses. Y'all know how that go. Keep an eye on your nice order flow. They have strong buys coming in right now. $1 million orders coming in right now. And this is on Webull. So I'll show you guys this over on Moo as well. Looking into your HTOO. The sector industry does matter as well. So I'll show you more about that in just 1 second. But you got the extra largest coming in. Largest looking like they're looking a lot locking in some gains in there. You got the mediums coming in and the smalls coming in. And they are loading and holding in a stock that has resistance at 62 cents. Once it gets past that resistance, not much holding them back. And they're not going to get to that resistance unless they can come in for a big bullish wave to even overtake that big bearish wave that's right above them right now. That big bearish wave that pushed this down right now. They got to clear that up. That's some big orders. Those are all the largest that we see going out right there. Let's get right back into it. For those of you who, oh yeah, I got the website open. Fusion Sale, Endless Energy. Okay, and when you are, is this not loading? When you are looking into your companies, your stocks and stuff like that, you want to make sure this not loading. So I guess their website broke, but you want to make sure you're taking a quick peek at their website and see what industry they in. Renewable energies, renewable fuels. You can go ahead and check down on your overall heat maps and stuff like that if you guys like that to be able to see exactly what your renewable energies or renewable fuels and all stuff like that be looking like at said time. Understand that different sectors and industries, they of course they all move together and follow along with the same overall trend of the markets, but they all have their own individual sector. And so, for example, those biotech stocks that might be doing good today doesn't mean that those semiconductors are doing good today. Keep that in mind, how things may combat each other. Next, you got refresh. Most actives. Next, you got CNEY. Okay, this one here, CNEY, is going to be a very hot stock. I'm going to show you this right here on CNEY. Check this out. So here on CNEY, there's going to be some big activity going on in this stuff. You got extra large just messing around in here, large just messing around, mediums messing around, and you got a lot of smalls that are going out. Of course, small retails want to lock in gains, and we see that the market's been opening up, coming in for more bearishness and stuff like that. And all these giant green candlesticks that you're seeing, those were extra larges that were coming in early on. I was looking this morning when it was getting all the extra larges that were piling in fast, and it's selling off now because they're looking to lock in gains and stuff like that. You just follow along with the trend, make sure you're moving carefully and accordingly. And this one right here, not big in the daily short sale volume, not just yet at least. Oh, that can change very, very fast. CNEY in the chemicals and commodity chemicals industry. This is a China-based holding company, mainly produces supply wood-based activated carbon. Notice a few China and Cayman Island type stocks up here. Notice this is going on while the overall market is starting to push up more bullish. And understand that all of this is happening right now while you have the overall crypto markets that are starting to come in even more bullishness even as we speak. XRP overtaking the race. They're excited to see the RLUSD stablecoin launch, adding into bullishness. A big dip coming in here right now. We're gonna go update XRP here just a bit later on. Next, you got oh yeah, CNEY. So CNEY still up 90%. Notice it went from like $1 back down to what's that, like 56 cents. That there is a big discount. So this thing was up like 150, almost 200% earlier on if you would have caught that in time. And we'll go show you more about SCENY, the Discord. That was, of course, getting alerted out for the safe, easy early seat. You see those alerts on time, not only back when, but also today. I caught a quick round in CNEY as well. You know, if you want to follow along with my alerts going out. I didn't get up. And you'll be able to see when I get up. Because whenever I get up, I'll make my announcement. Guys, I'm up. This is like 6 a.m. Good morning. Easy stocks every day. Prepare to, go for the quick day trades and stuff like that. And I'm always in my 24/7 live classroom. So if you're ever trying to do some day trade, never trying to catch it. And don't get me wrong. Listen, so when I be in the classroom, I'm not just in here just talking 24/7 because you can't teach lessons without any questions. So when you're joining in, you got any questions to ask, ask your questions and stuff. When you join in, understand that the stock markets do close. So when many of you are joining in, after hours at nighttime, 7 p.m. and stuff like that, understand that trading going on while the stock markets are closed unless you're trading cryptocurrency. So, you want to start to expand in on cryptocurrencies and welcome anybody joining in the classroom. Let's continue on. We got so here on CNEY, we're watching this one get over $1. They don't want this. They don't want to see this get over $1. If they did, then they wouldn't have pushed it back down and they're sold it off so heavy right there at that $1. And like I was just showing you here on CNEY, a lot of that selling pressure coming in is extra larges going out. Those extra larges weigh very, very heavy. To make sure that you're being careful and watching out for them. We got SRM. SRM comes in for a hot morning spike from 61 cents up to $1.75. I'll go show you SRM along in the Discord. I did not catch SRM, but you'll be able to see when this thing was going parabolic earlier on. Let me explain how to catch a breakout or a parabolic move. Understand, a parabolic move is different from an parabolic play is different from an oversold reversal play. If it's an oversold reversal play, you're getting at the bottom, safe and early. If it's a breakout or a parabolic move, top, you're looking for another risky breakout. Notice how those alerts will come out around 7 a.m. What time did I say? Around 7:15 a.m. up to about $1.52. What you could do is instead of jumping in there at that $1.52, you will go down to your 1 minute chart because it's the pre-market. Remember, it's the pre-market. On a pre-market, you're using a 1 minute chart. I recommend turning on the VWAP. When you see that dip coming in, your RSI will go towards its most low and oversold position, and you watch your MACD for bullish divergence. If your chart retests the VWAP and bounces, it's going to start to build support before coming for another leg. I always am recommending do not buy it at the top, get it when it dips. That's why you always hear people saying buy the dip, low at the bottom, oversold, the reversal, the early C. It's about getting in at the bottom. We'll update SMX too, just because it's just right here, number 5 on the list, But and it's crazy too, because we don't see in the video up here on the top of the list. You guys remember like a year or so ago when Tesla just always stayed on the top of the list? It was crazy. But SMX coming in for bull runs. This one's tried to start in the pre-market, but really slowed down before coming into today for a super explosion from 19 cents up to 35 cents. It's still up about 40% off of a quick about 20-30% pullback. So it was up almost. It was up like, let me see, what's this? It was up like 80-90% earlier on. SMX. I just typed in SX now. SMX for the hot early parabolic play alerts going out in the Discord. Follow along with that trend. Again, a parabolic move. I like to catch the dip off of there. I like to wait on my 1 minute chart for parabolic move. I wait till I see myself a dip coming in. You catch that dip. You do not have to buy it at the top. And if you missed out on something, you can always catch the next thing going out. Last on our list right here is CYCN. Okay, CYCN. This one is a therapeutic. We're only talking about this one now just because it's a therapeutic and people do need to understand what they got these therapeutics. Like, especially CYCN. They don't got any news coming out. Or anything like that. Maybe they do got some sort of big event or college that, that maybe we don't know about. But, when it come down to these therapeutics and they have no news coming out and you can't even see their pipelines and stuff like that, you want to make sure you're being real careful because the people will be getting ready to lock in gains off of this so quick. They excited seeing this up about 200-300% still, and in fact, it was up like 400-500%. Went from almost $9 back down to what now $5.87. What was that? That was CYCN for the early easy alerts going out for CYCN along in the Discord for multiple parabolic plays going out. You catch these explosions like Coach Manson. He was catching CYCN earlier on. So one thing about trading that you need to understand is that you're not going to be able to catch them all. You need to be able to control the FOMO and greed. Like right now, if I'm showing you these stocks you've seen, it's like, wow, those stocks, they do look good. And don't get me wrong, I'll show you these on the monthly chart. They do look good. They do look good. And I don't mean to create the FOMO. I'll show you on the monthly chart, but they is looking good down there. But if you're just a trader, well, and you didn't see those alerts in time like the rest of us, then you already missed out on these. So you just best and no, I did not catch all 5 of these stocks right here. You don't catch them all. You just get what you can while you can. Maybe if you only get on 1 or 2 of those a day. Or maybe if you only get in the early seat swing trades that I put out in my section, whatnot, you just sitting back for the week and just letting those go. Locking gains to get the next one. Maybe you follow along with the options alerts. Whatever it is, you got to make sure that you do what makes you feel most comfortable. And remember to lock in gains and settle somewhere when you feel nervous. Not when I feel nervous, but when you feel nervous. Or have a 7 to 15% stop loss. Because again, I've been doing this for a long time. Ain't no telling when I feel nervous, and I might not feel nervous. Most likely not, because I got a 7 to 15% stop loss anyways. I have no reason to feel nervous. Because I'm using a 7 to 15% stop loss on everything I'm getting at the bottom. If I'm going in for a breakout like a parabolic at the last minute, well, I'm still using 7 to 15% stop loss, and I'm going in with a smaller position size. There is no need or no reason to be nervous if you keep it on your natural consistency and doing what you got to do. I'm Billy Banks. Let me know for any questions down in the comments below. I'll see you on the next one there. Happy trading.